Hi, it's me again. I really appreciate all my dear friends, and especially Ron Paul and Rand Paul, and libertarians who are going the extra mile to try to inspire me and heal me and motivate me and help me be successful. You just don't understand what the other side's doing. You don't understand what they're doing with weapons. You don't understand their vengeance and hatred towards me. You just don't understand how they're ripping me apart and shredding me from the inside out. You just don't know how diabolical they are. You don't know the force of these weapons. You just don't know how demented they are. I have a good feeling if you look at a lot of serial killers that did the most obscene things, you will see they program them. Probably the vampire killer that was burying those bodies along the power lines, that was later arrested, that was really drinking blood. They traced him to jobs he had in the past when he worked for the Pentagon. I mean, I think there's a dark branch of government that experiments in the dark science, and they will have done the most horrible things that no human can imagine that isn't severely twisted, okay? I think that's the people that are doing these things to me, but they're trying to keep it hidden, okay? And they just make the most horrible threats, and I think they put their victims in their work, okay? They just really do. And I appreciate everything you're doing for me. You are angelic. You're letting the light work through you. But it's like one group is filling me with energy and light, and the other group is just dissecting me, filling me with darkness. And so, I mean, I've got to try to heal, but it took years to destroy everything that was in me. It's going to take a lot of time to try to put it back. But as long as these people still attack me and come to my property every night and follow me in my own town and work these mind weapons and send me Darth Vader crap all the time, Star Wars crap all the time, and tell me that I'm their puppet slave and they'll kill me if I try to push this enemy intruder out, I'm doomed. You don't know what it's like to have someone inside your mind. When this first started happening, I knew someone was trying to get into my brain. They would talk to me online. Later, I noticed that when I would go post stuff every day on Facebook, they will bring up something I posted a year later that said the exact same thing. And that's when they really convinced me a couple months ago they were putting thoughts in my head. And they show me that they can read my thoughts, you know, and they've been having spirit entities speak to me in my own home. They'll turn this hissing sound on, or make my head burn, or I'll get dizzy and I'll be sleep deprived and kind of detached. Then they'll start having spirits speak to me. I can go outside on my front porch and I feel them so strong. You know, it's the spirits speaking to me. And the dark outcome they want is total annihilation of my whole being. They want to just kill my brain and have it belong to Satan. And they want something to infiltrate my body. I've already seen them change me. I've seen them change my eyes. I've seen where they're trying to make like the universe. They're trying to give me some kind of universal power through energy. But at the same time, they're extracting my energy. They're trying to make me connect to something. I don't know if it's alien or demons, but it's not something I want to do. I have no energy left. But when they first met me, I was a power keg of energy. I had nothing but powerful knowledge and psychic gifts. And I never could understand how they knew when my mind was the most fertile and active, because that's when they would always come for stories. It never failed. They'd always know. Well, little did I know they were reading my mind. So they said I took them on great journeys in the universe. They told me what it was like in my brain. They said that no one's like me, that my mind took them to fascinating places in the universe, and they told me that my soul tastes sweet. It tastes sweet, and sometimes they tell me they can even smell my scent. They're that powerful. This isn't a joke. And so now they're telling me, have these ideas and do these great things. When nothing's left, it's all gone. but they're going to hate to hear this. They're going to absolutely hate to hear this. But what made me have great creativity was it all came from my heart. I have to be in love. There has to be some creative energy through love. They never understood me. I'm not someone that just whips this stuff up out of my hat, you know, off the top of my head. It's something, I always lived for love, and I never wanted fame. I wanted friends. I went to the conference and I was afraid of fame. I was afraid of success. I'm one of these people who have always sabotaged myself because I don't want to be labeled. I want to be an entity, but I don't want to ever be worldly. I don't want to be worldly. I want to be loving and I want to be grounded, but I don't ever want to be labeled, and I don't want to be famous. I don't want to do any of those things. And they say, oh, you changed the world. I don't want to be worldly. I fight not to be worldly. I really do. But I've met a lot of influential leaders and stuff, and what I'm going to do is make a difference in the world. I want to help the world. I want to heal people. I want to keep people from being shattered. But I don't go by the world's standards. I am not a worldly person as far as wanting to be famous. I've had plenty of opportunities to be famous before I went to the very first conference. I used to know Jerry Weiss, and I had a lot of people I met when I was out in California, and they would, you know, I'd go out to Dimples and go dancing with people that were directors and producers because they all went there. And it's because I was there, and I went there after I was doing a health club promotion somewhere. And then somebody stole my ticket home and my money, so I had to get a job there at a daycare. So I had to stay out there for a month. And while I was there a month, I went to this place with a singer who somebody introduced me to the singer when I went for the job interview at the daycare. The lady that ran the place said, "Oh, there's this wonderful singer, and you've had such hard luck. Let me introduce you to Russell, and he knows everybody in Hollywood, and he'll cheer you up." And that's how I met those people, through a singer. But I could have had fame then if I wanted, you know. I was friends with directors, producers, singers. It was fun, but I was a Christian, and I used to talk to them about Christ. You know, I used to joke with them about how I didn't want to casting couch, and I would say, "Does everyone have to be a part of the casting couch?" And my other one friend said, "No, not everybody, but that's usually how it's done out here. You have to do some dirty things." And I was in my 20s. I knew then. Hollywood wasn't for me, but I wanted to write. I wanted to make a difference through my writing. But then when I went to the writers' conference, I met all these dark perverts and these people that were in the business, but they were nothing like the old professionals I knew when I was in California in my 20s. The people that I knew out there then were respectable older gentlemen. They were the old-time Hollywood, the much older men. They were nothing like these newcomers. These newcomers, these horror people and all that, they're warped. With this modern technology, it's destroyed humanity. I am totally shattered as far as dreams, because when I used to create stories, they were real life to me. They came from my soul and my heart, and I would even talk to the higher power. I believed in them with faith, with power, they were real. I was predicting the future, and I didn't know at the time. My stories came true afterward. I was predicting the future. That's how connected I was to the spirit realm. Well, they shattered all that, every bit of it. And when I think of things I want to do, you're going to think this is crazy, and you may hate me, but I like to make a difference. And who I'm drawn to now that really can kind of light my candle again, can make me find hope, that actually makes my heart feel something, and that's Vladimir Putin. And I don't care what anyone thinks about it. I love his energy. I love his faith. He's Christian. I love his power. I love his vision. I love the way he's so kind to everybody. And you try to tell me, well, everyone has two sides to them. But I'm just saying, when I feel completely brainless like I do right now, when I think about him, I have a twinge of creativity. And I have a desire from within, and I feel hope. I have to have hope in life. I am surrounded by nothing but negative, evil forces that want to terrorize me every day, and this has happened for years. And I've always fought to keep this inner light and to be strong, but I had just given up hope. And then he appeared in the news, and then right before the Olympics, I started having that energy again. So then I talked about how he'd be great as a character in the Westworld story, And I knew it wasn't his personality, but I said, doesn't he have the right look? And I went online and I shared that information. And then I said, I want to do a remake to Westworld, or somebody really needs to do a remake to Westworld. And lo and behold, they did a credit card commercial with Putin as the robot to Westworld. And then they did Westworld and put Anthony Hopkins in. Well, I picked Anthony Hopkins to be in a story I wrote, and he was in it. And I picked Robert De Niro to be in The Godsend. He was in it. So you can see it has to be someone I care about. I can't do it for myself because I always self-sabotage everything I do. If I think I'm doing it for myself, forget it. I don't know what it is, but I don't want fame. But if I think I'm helping someone else who I believe in with my whole heart, I can make magic happen. But they whittle so much of my brain away, it's hard to get there in that realm again to make magic happen. But not only did they use that idea, they used my idea to design the opening of the Disneyland in Moscow. I wanted the Russian bear there. I wanted historical information. I wanted the presidents there to inspire young people and get them to love their country and love their government. I wanted it to just be open when you went, and I wanted there to be activities for both adults and children to interact with each other. And everything I put online that I sent to my friends appeared I've seen the opening of the new Moscow Disneyland. It's all there. So you see, I do have a power, and I can make magic. But when you try to control me and you try to bottle this power, it destroys me. You've killed me. You've killed everything. But you're jealous, you're envious, you're sick, you're evil. These are the most evil people I've ever met. I gave them things freely. Gave from the bottom of my heart. But this one sicko who took an interest in me, he hates me, wants to cage me, but he wants my power. He says I'm his good luck charm. He says I've made him very famous. And he's the one in the background doing this that will not let me go. Will not let me go. And oh my God, he said before he'll kill me that I like President Putin. He sends that song Delilah by Tom Jones that he'll kill me because he said someone else has filled my heart. I won't say, I don't want to go into detail about things because it'll make people more crazy. But you cannot treat me that way for years and have my kindness last. I was loving, I was gullible. He even looks back and says, don't you miss when you used to laugh? Don't you miss when you used to smile and you could see it in your eyes? He goes, I destroyed that. He goes, I wanted to take your virtue. He said, when I first met you face to face, he goes, like in 1997, he said, you were innocence and beauty and I just had to take it. And this psycho's still there. Not only is he just sucking me dry, he's trying to take my soul too. But if this group wants something out of me, there's not much left.